Buenos dias. Hi. Welcome back. I was away last week. I hope you guys remembered. And I'm back. I was in Big Sur, California. Wow, what a beautiful place. Um, there for a friend's birthday, the other Rebecca. Sometimes do retreats with the other Rebecca. And so she and I were cooking up stuff for next year. And that place is beautiful if you ever have the opportunity, excuse, wherewithal, etc., to make it out to Big Sur. I highly recommend it. So pretty. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. So many places to go hiking. The people are so nice, and for us, the weather was great. I don't really care about the weather as long as I've got the right gear. So speaking of which, we're having a great winter in the east, in the northeast. So happy that we're having a real winter. Um, so as long as you got a warm coat, yeah, um, you can stay warm and dry in the winter. And if you got an extra warm coat to spare, there are. If you're in New York City, there's lots of places where you can drop off uh, an extra warm coat to spare for people who might not have as many warm coats as we do or you do. Anyway, I saw ice flows in the middle of the Hudson yesterday, and that just made my environmental biologist heart warm because it gave me good morning, hey. It gave me the joy that it was a real winter. I haven't seen ice flows in the middle of the Hudson for several winters, so it's good that we're having a real winter. So I hope you're enjoying the season wherever you are. And this morning, just got up and came right to the cushion, and we're going to get us started right away because I've been working with students some young students in a class discussing anxiety and the causes for anxiety, what it means, and both experiencing it in little bursts and short term, and then living with uh, for lack of a better word to use, a diagnosis or a disorder with anxiety that's constant. And I realize that sometimes when we're learning the tools to help us to mitigate the experience, to feel bring ourselves back to regulating the way we're feeling. Uh, we don't have this time, right? We need to be able to drop right into it. One of the things that we do as people who meditate is focus on our breathing, and then and that immediately helps to sort of put the rider back on the horse, if you will. What happens when we start to have an anxiety, like a moment, an anxiety attack, if you will, or when we're feeling constant anxiety, is that the two parts of our brains, the control center, the command center, and the sort of survival center of the brain, they they disengage from each other. So the command center, if you will, is that horse rider dismounts from the horse, which is the survival center. And so what we want to do in those times is to get back on the horse, right? To get back on um, as efficiently and as smoothly as possible, so that we can take control and be back in clarity. Um, One of the things they tell us to do is to pick your head up and look around, right? Look around right away and see and keep looking around and not go into tunnel vision, right? Which is funny because when you're a horse and you're trying to keep a horse from getting frightened and scared, like in a race, they put blinders on them. So they're only seeing this way. Yeah. So makes me curious. Maybe they're just really engaged in their fight or flight to make them run faster. And we just don't think of it that way as people. But anyway, so you want to have them, you want to start looking around, right? And seeing the space that you're in, even if it's in your house, right? Even if it's in a place that other people might perceive as a safe place. And the other thing that we have to do is to really breathe. And so, as meditation practitioners, as people who practice meditation, we um, learn to connect with our breath, and it becomes second nature to connect with our breath and to control it. And so, that's really what we're trying to do is to have something to become second nature, so we can really get into a place of jumping back on that horse really quickly and really easily, almost seamlessly. So, jumping right in, sit up nice and tall, and first look around the room that you're in, the space that you're in. Just recognizing all the things that you walk by all the time and don't even notice anymore because they've become so much a part of the landscape of your life, of where you live and what you're doing, right? Try not to look at the things with criticism or with to-do list, right? Simply looking around and recognizing the familiar that's become so familiar that you no longer notice it. Just have a look around your room, right? And take your right hand and place it on your center of your chest or just above that. There's a little bump bone in the center of your the breastbone of the sternum that your the little curve of your palm just kind of rests right over that. And take the other hand and rest it just around your belly button, around the stomach area. And lift your sternum up into your hand and let your lower hand on your stomach give just the gentlest bit of pressure. So now we're holding ourselves, right? And we can notice, I notice as I'm talking and not really focusing on my breath, excuse me, that I notice that there's no movement really here. It's pretty still and well, still as far as I get. It's pretty quiet. But if I stop talking and breathe, I'll notice the movement of my hands. So close your eyes if that's comfortable for you now, and allow your breath to grow beneath your hands. And when I say grow, I mean expand and get longer and larger on your inhales and your exhales. And let your hands drop down to your thighs or your knees. You can let your palms turn down again. So we're continuing to experience that touch, the sense of touch through our hands on our bodies, the connection. Good. Now drop your chin to your chest, blink your eyes open, and lift your gaze back into your space. So right away, you have this ability to either look around these tools, really, these tools in your toolkit. Look around the space that you're in, whether you're in a space or outside, right? And then right away having this ability to go like this. And, if you're standing on a subway platform or in the middle of a sidewalk in a busy street and you stand over to the side out of the way and just kind of go like this, right? That's not going to seem really that weird, right? I have some clients that I talk to them about things that they can do, and they're like, if I do that, I'm going to look so weird in the middle of the street or wherever. So these are things that you can just kind of go, nobody's going to really notice this. Trust me, like, especially nowadays. Things that are going on in the streets. This is not going to be weird. so, so you can do this, right? And you can think about me telling you to do that, and then it's not that weird. Maybe that'll make you laugh. And laughter also helps us to disconnect from that wild horse and breathe and get back onto the horse and take control of it, right? So, anyway, you can do this looking around, right? And maybe not so comfortable to close your eyes, but now go like this and remember to exhale, right? So you're breathing in and when you exhale like that, you have to breathe in. And then put your hands back down again by your sides if you're standing or on your in your lap, right? So just a couple of things to have in your toolkit to remember to be able to immediately remedy a situation that you might be in where you feel your heart racing, you feel clammy or sweaty, maybe even chilly or cold. You feel like you suddenly have lost the capacity to remember to breathe, right? You feel out of breath. Yeah. So these are some things you can do right away to kind of get control, get back on that horse. All right. So, our meditation practice today, we're going to drop right in again. We're going to go back to that breathing practice that we just did. Then we're going to slip into, we are going to, my mom can't stand it when I say gonna, we're gonna. We're going to slip right into Nadi Shodhana. And today, again, Nadi Shodhana, as we did last 2 weeks ago, will not be a pause. You're breathing in through one side, blocking that nostril and breathing out the other side. Breathe back in through that side, block, and go to the other side. So, no pause at the top. So, seamless in and out, in and out. We'll do that for several rounds, enough so that you feel like you've gotten the rhythm of your breath, the mechanics, everything feels somewhat natural. And also, what I'd like you to sort of consider while you're doing that Nadi Shodhana this morning is not that it's so much longer, right? Or fuller, but it's really with the natural breath rhythm. So that it's like, so if my breath, I'm going to exaggerate it a little bit. If my breath is, if I have a rapid natural breath, then my Nadi Shodhana would be like that. Okay. And if my breath is, then my Nadi Shodhana would be. So, really, an effortless breath with that effortless alternate side. Okay. All right. So, that's where we're going with that. After that, we'll move to our awareness, taking our awareness to the center of the chest at the heart center, right? Remembering this beautiful, about fist size space of your heart here, your organ of your heart here, beating at the center of the chest. And we'll take the first finger and then thumb, join them together like you're making a little chopstick or shadow bird with your hands, and place that right at the center of the chest. And you can let the other three fingers expand out this way, and you'll breathe here and bring that awareness here at the center of the chest, at the heart. Yeah, I'll talk to you. I got straight up and didn't make coffee or anything this morning. So I wanted to jump right in, see how fast we could do this. then then we'll go from here and I'll talk you through from here. Okay, and we'll have some moments of quiet. All right, go ahead and bring right hand to center of the chest, that palm of the hand resting on that bump bone, left hand to the belly button area, stomach. Close your eyes. Make your breath big at first. feeling the movement of your body beneath your hands as you breathe. And then start to allow your breath to become more effortless and smooth, continuous. And your mind resting on that breath and the movement that it makes. Your attention there on your breath. Feeling your breath quite effortless. Let your left hand drop down to the thigh or knee. Hold your right hand on your chest just for a couple more breaths, allowing any disruption to fade. And then move your right hand to your face, blocking the right nostril with the thumb, and breathe in through the left. Block the left, breathe out through the right. In through the right. Block left, exhale. Block right, exhale left. Continue like that. In left, out right, in right, out left. Keep going with your breath rhythm. Making that breath as effortless as possible as you alternate the flow of air through the nostrils, in and out, in and out, left to right, right to left. Try to relax your forehead. Release any tension around your jaw. Keep going just a few more rounds. Next time you're breathing out through the left side, keep your eyes closed. Drop the right hand down. Make any adjustments. Find that effortless breath again. Pinch the tip of your right thumb and pointer finger together and place the tips of those fingers at the center of your chest. Allow the other three fingers to relax open. Allow that touch to bring your attention to that point while keeping your breath moving and effortless. Keep your spine tall. You might just barely feel the beat of your heart or sense the pulse in the quiet attention of your breath and your heart. And keeping the eyes closed, relax your right hand down, also palm down to your thigh or knee. Breath is effortless. Attention at the center of the chest. That area of your body that sustains your living, the interface of air, of oxygen with the circulation of blood to move that oxygen around, to return the spent to be released. That beautiful place in your body that sustains you and that experiences emotional responses. Effortless breath. And the light at the center of your chest, pulsating with that breath. And you won't hear my voice for now, just for a few moments. Begin to take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, drop your chin towards your chest. And place one hand over the other over the center of your chest. Feel the chest lift and fall as you deepen your breath even more. And blinking your eyes open as you look downward towards the floor, just for a couple of seconds. And then lift your gaze back into your space. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope some of these tools you can carry with you throughout this day and every day to help life be a little bit more smooth. Have a great day, and thanks for joining me. I'll be back next week, the 17th and the 24th. See you later.